Hey everyone, Nightlight9 here. We are going over Battle Tower Floor 59, and the first thing we're going to do, again, is look at enemy info. We can see that we need lightning and earth, so that's what we will be focusing on. Popping over into the team setup, we're going to use Barret here to switch things up, Barret, Tifa, and Aerith. But if you have Cloud with Murasame or the Battle Garb, I would highly suggest using Cloud, because he's going to have the lightning potency. But for this, we'll be using Tifa, and we're going to be using Crystal Gloves because they give that lightning potency. It's not a whole lot, it's enough to hit level 3, just for a little bit of extra damage. We'll be using Judgment Bolt 1 because that's as far as I have it unlocked, but it still does more damage than Thunderlance, and it is AoE. Other than that, we've just set up some earth damage, and I've put on the rest for stats. As always, we're using Tiger Fangs just to decrease magic attack, help survivability out. All of her sub-weapons are event items, just whatever the best stats you can get are. You're going to want at least 5,000 HP. I mean, you don't have to. I think maybe you could survive with about 4,500, but 5,000 is good to shoot for. And popping over to Aerith, we're going to notice that I'm using the same build that I did in the previous floor. Making sure that heal is high to get the most efficiency out of that. 192 magic defense will serve her well with a decent HP pool. Sub-equipment, all event items yet again. And she's also going to be bringing some earth damage. She doesn't have any lightning, but that'll be okay. And we use Barret here. And we're using Heavy Hauser for the ability potency just to help him do some more damage since I don't have him leveled up that high and none of his stats are extremely impressive. He's going to be using Diamond Dust 5 just for some AoE. He's got his Earth, and Earth is the material that I have the worst stats on. I don't have anything really great for Earth, so I just put on something that'll do a little bit more damage here. And sub-equipment, mostly free items. Using Nameless, which actually was the weapon from Sephiroth that we were given, and that's just for HP because his HP pool was suffering quite a bit. I'm using Healing Asuna on him, mostly because of the stats here, but also the poison removal is useful in a couple of these fights. Alright, now Wave 1 is pretty lackluster, so I'm going to go ahead and just skip killing Battlelord Jack here, which is the easiest one to kill, so I target him down first. The reason I'm going to show this part is the only noteworthy thing is when he does this Morning Rage, Earthquake here is going to do a lot of damage. So make sure that your party is very close to full HP here. You'll see it does, between like 3,700 to 4,000 damage. So you'll immediately want to be able to Curaga. After that, the rest of the fight is pretty uneventful. The only thing that is important is I would save your summons and Healing Wind for the next wave because it's going to be easier to just knock out the additional enemies. Coming into Wave 2, we have the Aqua Rangdas. They are going to do a lot of AoE damage, and it's magical. So, as usual, we're going to get on Tifa, and we're going to Upper Shot in order to reduce the magic attack. Then we're going to switch over to the other one. We're going to Upper Shot as well, switch our stances, and then immediately we're going to want to cure with Aerith. Now, if you can't survive both shots, it is possible to interrupt by doing Healing Wind after the first Aqua Rangda casts their ability before the second one does. And here you can tell I wasn't quite sure. You'll see this right after this Judgment Bolt finishes. I wasn't quite sure if I had got hit by the second one, so I immediately switched my stances here because that is something you will want to make sure. If you do the interrupt, make sure that you have your stance for defense before the second one hits just to make things a little easier. Again, we see an Earthquake here. So I go ahead and just heal up. I just want to make sure I don't, have anybody die from this. Other than the Earthquake, this is very similar to the last fight with the same boss or similar boss. So we're just going to get our heals on, keep everybody topped up, keep applying the earth damage, and that's pretty much all there is to this. And again, I've skipped through the middle of this fight for your viewing pleasure. Wave 3 is not much harder than any of the other waves. Balor Jack will be the easiest to kill, but our summons will take care of him. So, we're just going to focus on the blue elemental and get in as much damage as we can. I noticed that Healing Wind is on its way, so I'm going to try to start sneaking in some damage with Aerith. She's not going to do a lot, but we're going to get a couple Auroras off. And once I'm satisfied that everybody's HP is sufficiently low, we will start the super combo. And as we see, okay, we get everybody to full. Judgment Bolt kills off Balor Jack. Shiva with her Diamond Dust puts Blue Elemental not far behind Mr. Jack. We will get him low enough to basically explode right about here. And after he explodes, you've already killed this boss, or at least, you know, a version of him every time. He's going to do the Earthquake. I panic heal for absolutely no reason. You would think he would do more damage, but it's the exact same as you've had in the first two waves. So from here on out, you're just going to play the same game you played with him in the last two rooms. You're going to continue to Kurage yourself, get in as much earth damage as you can, and you'll just kind of chip away at him. I don't think he does Earthquake a second time. At least he never did for me, and it took me, you know, quite a bit of time. I've got this at like 185% speed, so you can tell this took me a while, and he never did get it off. So that is the fight. This was actually considerably easier than the previous two floors, in my opinion, and you just keep curing, build up your summons, cast them, and he goes down. If you thought this video was helpful, subscribe for more content, leave a like, and as always, thanks for watching.